I've been keeping sketchbooks since 1978, when I was a student at the Royal College of Art, and I came from Argentina on the 21st of September. With time, they became both a diary, a record of my thoughts, the things I see, the things I think about, and the designs I'm designing. So I have with me a pile of sketchbooks from 2008 and 2009, and in a way what I want to go very quickly through the synchronic experience, how many projects I'm doing at the same time, not because of the virtue of doing many projects, but the way, because they're so different from each other. Even in their difference, they will educate each other, they will really create a synergy and somehow influence what I do by the varied scales and educate the insight into different experiences. So I have a vacuum cleaner project at the same time that I'm doing packaging for hair products and trying to take the meaning and the function in a different way. And looking into, at the same time, into lounges. I was designing a concept and the idea of the fountain as the bar, the more of the vacuum cleaners, more lounges, and somehow this lack of continuous sketching gives me the freedom and the freshness to re-enter any aspect. So I'm looking at the detail of a table light, but I probably felt I needed some refreshing even further, and I would have picked up a Kandinsky book and redrawn some parts to actually find freedom of expression, and through that I will revisit the light to take it further. Taking the brief for Benetton, we rebranded the whole of the Benetton range of products and clothing. Then more lounges, more hair products. The vacuum cleaner, here herbal and Chinese and Occidental medicine for a brand in Hong Kong. And this, when I travel, these are sketches or redrawing postcards, and I call this the travel gallery in this case. And I draw, trying to extract in a way, trying to think while I draw, because drawing is a thought process, is not a means to reproduce what you see. And so you can see the Millet in here. Then is a bedroom cupboard, more lounges. Then I'm doing mother care products. This is toiletries for babies. So I'm doing now 3 projects of different packaging at the same time and rebranding Benetton labels. This is all about establishing the idea of care for the child and coming in different ideas of how a press button could be a press top, a flip top could actually have the dolly broken up into the head and the body, the thumb being an expression of care, and the overlap of the size, the small size of a child's hand and the adult hand, and the idea both of care and growth. More packaging, jeans, labels, more Benetton bags, more mother care. The Israel Museum that I had been working by then for 3 years, doing now the stage of display. This is the Israel Museum display for the archaeology wing. Packaging, more traveling. This travel I was here, I called it, instead of travel gallery, I call it visiting heroes. Instead of the Degas and his Giacometti and visiting heroes. This is a picture of paradise with Adam and Eve, and we have the Quirico and Duchamp. Now, we're getting to the next finishing of the packaging for the hair products. This is the Savoy Hotel, where I designed with my partner, one of my partners has designed the identity, and I work on all the items and accessories for the rooms, and I'm developing the idea of using the culture of the ashtray, reinventing it as a pencil holder for the notepads in the rooms. More lounges, and more of the same projects. After all, we are within 2 months of the first sketchbook. the sketchbooks are very important to me, and obviously it would be very difficult not to have the sketchbooks. But throughout the years, I found myself in situations where I would not be able to find the sketchbooks I normally use, where the paper is smooth enough so it doesn't, the pencil can flow. A 2B pencil, very specific. I draw with 2B, but I have used many other mediums, so a back of an envelope would do. I think drawing is more important than the sketchbook itself. So I think somehow the idea of drawing is a fundamental tool. First of all, it connects us all the way to some prehistoric being, the first rupestre paintings in a cave representing an animal. And somehow that idea of being able to objectivize what we think through another medium has become a fantastic cultural development, and through all of those lines that we have seen from phenomenal draftsmen and painters and artists, I think the nature of drawing is changing, and for me drawing remains the relationship of the action between the hand, the fingers, the arm, the shoulders, in a way the transfer of the body into converting into something else, a purposeful action. And I think the fear for me is that the accumulative benefit of process is disappearing. I think technology brings us phenomenal advances and great opportunity in reinventing the way we do things. But maybe it's a reinvention too far, as certain things cannot just be reinvented without losing totally losing the benefit of the culture that they bring with them. So I hope that the more we go into a technological world, the more we'll keep on investing in the analog one. I think the artistic heritage, all the way from the millennial artistic heritage, is something that I think designers are as responsible to keep on enriching as they are in developing things for the future.